Happy Wednesday, you guys. Thanks for joining. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and tonight we're going to do some vintage baseball. It's October baseball, my favorite time for baseball. Probably your favorite time for baseball too, man, because the regular season does get long, and I love baseball, but it does get long. But we got some cool vintage stuff here tonight, some Hall of Famers, some greats, and we'll do some cool stuff. I got a good show lined up for you tonight, you guys, so thanks for joining. How you guys feeling out there, man? Tell me something good, man. I'll start off. Go Tigers! My Detroit Tigers are winning, man. They were over the Guardians right now. They won today. They play again tomorrow, so I'm happy about the Tigers. And what do you guys got going on, man? Anybody celebrating anything good or anybody proud of anything? Anybody got anything cool to share? Feel free to share it, man. I feel like not enough positive vibes get passed around. I feel like I've been watching. I enjoy reading, and I enjoy reading news, and I enjoy kind of like what's going on with the world. But I swear to God, sometimes it just gets it gets a little too heavy. So I like to go look at some cards after that, you know what I mean? But I'm good over here, man. I hope you guys are doing well. Patrick, how are you, my friend? Good to see you guys. I'm doing well, man. Yeah, it's a good time to be. And hey, you're right, Pat. Hockey season does get started here tomorrow. You guys taking care of yourselves too, man? You guys into exercising? I've been really sticking to it. Happy birthday, Mark. 62 years young. Happy Mark Day. So yeah, happy birthday, Mark. I walked I did a 5-mile hike today. It was like pure Michigan, man. It was like all out in the woods, and it was awesome. I felt good. My buddy Dave and I hooked up and went out walking. So Dave, I appreciate you. And hey, Robert, what's up, man? So, let's get going tonight, you guys. And you know what? Hey, the winner, you guys, if you saw my poll today, I did a test. I said, we'll vote. We can do the Reggie Jackson. Look at that one. That's a good one, isn't it? Or the Hank. But here's the thing, you guys. I got these. They were glued into a scrapbook page. So I love stuff like this. Trying to, rehab it and make it look good. So the Hank was the winner. So we'll do the Hank on the show tonight. But I will do the Reggie Jackson. So we'll just do that one another time. I'll make a demo out of it or something, because look at the Reggie was. Sometimes you can get this crap off, and I'm hoping that tonight we can. You know what I mean? So we'll try that tonight. But what I want to get started with tonight, 4K travel tours, man. Don't drink the card spray, man. Save that for your cards. They already make plenty of good stuff to drink. Speaking of stuff to drink, what are you guys drinking tonight? That's what I got tonight. So. I got my Detroit mug. Got my old school Detroit mug with the Automotion Alley on it, downtown. Kicking it old school, having some coffee at 10 o'clock at night. All right, let me get talking. Let me get working. Here's what I want to do, you guys. So check this one out. This is why lighting is so important to have good lights. Let me turn on all my lights here. I want to show you guys something. So really good looking card, right? The centering is fantastic. The surface looks really good. But check this out. It's hard for me to photograph, but can you guys see the streaks going across Tom Seaver's face right there? And then look at the edge. Follow it to the edge. It's from rubber bands, guys. Look at the light on the top edge right there. You see the indents? Rubber bands screwed up a lot of cool cards from the vintage era. And this appears to be like it was on the top. And how lucky did we get by not having the surface ruined? Because the surface is impeccable. I mean, and even look at the back of the card. For those of you that collect, stuff from the 60s and 70s, look at the centering on this card. It's awesome. It's rare to find something this centered and this great. And I found this digging through a collection. And I was like, oh, man, that is a good-looking Seaver. And then upon the lights and further inspection, I'm like, oh, damn, there's 2 track marks going across the front from rubber bands. You guys see that stuff? So usually if it's, you're right, Denver. Good to see you, Denver, by the way. The colors are fantastic. The blue is beautiful. The hat's beautiful. There's not, there's a little bit of that print plate stuff. You see that stuff, that loudness on Seaver's jersey? That's a pretty common thing amongst. Sometimes you can clean that stuff off if it's mold but a lot of times it's dirty print plates. So that's the rubber bands. Yes, you guys. So check it out. You run into this rubber band stuff. So what I want to try to do first, is this stuff. I don't know if it's like if the rubber band took off the surface. There's a chance it could have pulled off some of the polyurethane. But I want to card polish it. I want to see if I can card polish those lines. And then if I can do that, I know I can get these dents out of there. So let's try that first, you guys. Then we're going to talk about a 75 Nolan Ryan, and then we're going to do the Hank Aaron. And we'll just leave this one like this so people that are joining can see that we're doing that tonight. All right, so here's what I want to do with the Tom Seaver. So with the Tom Seaver, you guys, the card is extremely clean. So I'm just going to try to use card polish on this just to see, because if this is rubber band residue stuck to the card, polish will get it off. All right, so let's try it. I haven't run into a rubber band crease like that in a long time, but one of my buddies has a big collection that he's going through. And I go out and hang out with him, and, we dig through stuff together and kind of going through a bunch of stuff to see like what's worth getting graded and stuff like that. So I'm finding some of these cool ones, but they just need a little love. Not all of them are like glued into books like this. Some of them are damn near perfect. Like, look how nice that card is. We get these marks off there and get the dents out of the side. I think this card is a 7+. I think this is a really good looking card. So let's see. But I have run into old rubber band streaks on cards, and I've used card polish just like I'm showing you right now, and I've been successful at removing it. So let's see if we can do it again tonight. And I'm going to polish the whole front of the card, guys, and then I'll show you a way to get rid of those wrinkles. Yo, what's up, Matthew? Good to see you, buddy. I feel like it's so quiet. I always work on cards with music on. And then, I love doing the live show with you guys, but I feel like I'm standing in here. It's so quiet. It'd be cool if I could have, like live questions or something where I could hear something. So I'm always staring at the comments going, all right, anybody say anything? So if you guys have questions for me, leave them. I'll always answer them. But just again, guys, I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and I really appreciate you being here tonight and watching the show. And we got fun stuff to work on tonight. So the main event's going to be getting all this crap off the back of the Hank Aaron, hopefully. You guys, I use a new one of these every day. But if I'm going to polish a bunch of cards tonight, this will last me all night. I just don't like it to get dry and scratchy. I don't want to scratch any of my cards, you know what I mean? And then, you guys, this type of microfiber I'm using, just a soft, fluffy microfiber. I always like using a microfiber. And hey, thanks, Nate, for the order, buddy. If you ordered, Nate, yesterday, check your email, because as soon as you place an order on my site, you guys, if anybody ever needs anything, my website's kurtzcardcare.com. I ship every day. So upon getting your order, you'll get a thank you email. It says thank you for your order. And then you'll get tracking as well. So you should have it. All right. And if you're like, I didn't get that, check make sure you're checking the email that's connected to your order. All right. So thanks for the order, brother. I appreciate it. And we're off to a good start, you guys. So if you guys just jumped on, I had 2 streaks going across Tom Seaver's face here from rubber bands. And if you guys can still see, I still got the dents right here from the rubber bands. But big win so far. I'm looking at it from every angle because I don't want to miss anything. I got it, man. That was awesome. So now, you guys, now you see this. I just don't like that edge. Can you guys see that? Well, there you go, right? Can you see all the textures? But here's the good news. The paint's not messed up or anything. So I think I can get that. The edge should look nice and smooth. And we got a little bit of a corner issue there. I think I can take care of all this stuff, you guys. Here's what I'm going to do. We got to get that out. And we got to get those out. That's what I'm aiming for. So here's what I want to do, you guys. I'm going to show you something. Yo, what's up, you guys? Good to see you. So here's what we're going to do with the Tom Seaver. So I got it right here. And what I want to do is we're going to get, hope everybody's doing well. I just flipped my phone around here and I'm going to show you how I do this because I was realizing that I do some of the stuff behind the scenes and I want you guys to like see what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So mark the corners, all that stuff's going to be taken care of because we're going to do a step right here in a second. So look we're going to get card spray. And I'm just, my main thing is I want to work on those edges, or those, the dents in the corners, right? Or on the edges. So I'm just going to hit this card mat with a little bit of mist. So watch this, you guys. I just go real light. It's just a very light mist. Okay, I'm cool with that. And now let me flip this back around. So just a little light mist. And what I want to do is, we'll even check this at the end of the show. So remember, lock this into memory. See the dents right there on the edge from the rubber bands. That's those things. That's what we want to get rid of. So I am pretty sure that a light mist of card spray, and I did a very light mist on this one, you guys, because I don't need to get the card wet. There's no stains on it. Anything like that. So I'm going to hold this like this, all right? I'm going to hold it like that. And then we're just going to put little clips on it like this. And we're going to hold it. And you guys, that light amount of card spray I put on there, that should be just totally dry by tomorrow. So we can look at this one before the night's over. But if you guys ever hear me say the word card sandwich, and if I believe, because you know how I go back and I see so many familiar faces or names on here. And good, I told you you'd get that maze out, and I told you, no problem, right? Just a simple thing. Anyways, I'll hold this like this till tomorrow. By tomorrow, this little light retention, that little light moisture should get those edges nice and flat, you guys, and the card will look awesome. All right, I'll show you a recap. And if we remember at the end of the night, oh yeah, you guys, I did get some new clips. You know what? That's a good call, Denver. You see these? They're like the same. You guys, what they are is 3-inch clips. I went to order these normal ones that I order on Amazon. They didn't have any of them, so I had to get the blue ones. But they're 3-inch clips. Good observation, you guys. So we're gonna hold this one, all right? So now I want to tell you guys and show you some pictures of this one. All right, so don't mind me. So check this out, you guys. I'm going to show you a couple things, and I'll take it out so we can get a good look at it. So, Mark, what I'll do, Mark, Mark's asking about how long I'm going to hold that Tom Seaver. There's no harm, Mark, of opening it up and looking at it, but I bet you by tomorrow night it will be done, and it could be done by tomorrow morning, to tell you the truth. But I'm just gonna leave it and let it rest. There's no rush for me. But that's all I'm gonna do with that Seaver. But so you guys see the 75 Nolan Ryan. I mean, this is I'll show you why I'm showing this to you. Stuff that missing paint and stuff like that. There's nothing I can do with that. But overall, I mean, the card's a little rough, right? But and then on the back, I still got some mild stains, a couple things like that. I want to show you guys something that I want to bring to your attention. And what it is the importance of changing out your mats and always using clean card spray. So a buddy of mine, Brad, sent me this card. And he said, hey, I need you to help me figure something out. So I said, sure. So Brad sent me this card, and I'll show you what it looked like when he sent it to me. So let's go up to the screen here. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to show you a couple things. So that was picture one. You can see there was all kinds of this mold growing in it. And I'm going to fill you in on some more. So hold on. Like that. This was the real nasty part, you guys. So that was the back of the card. And it's still not the cleanest of all things, right? But that's what we were dealing with. And that's how I got it. So anyways, Brad's a buddy of mine, card buddy of mine. And, I was asking, he was showing me this picture, and he was like, you know, and he was like, I think I'm getting mold. And I'm like, well, I never get mold. I go, that's something when I've struggled with that in the past when you'd use straight up water or things like that, I'd get mold. So it turned out we narrowed it down. And you guys, if you're working on super dirty, rotten cards, wash your mats with hot water after doing it, or just throw them away. Turns out like all of Brad's mats were like contaminated. So as soon as he was putting his cards to dry, they were getting nasty on them. You know what I mean? So like you can, I'll show you guys something wild. All right. So check this out. So I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. So I watched this. I couldn't figure, like every time that every single time that the card was, I would clean it, it just was covered in this mold. So nasty is an understatement. So what I did was I put it in, this is hydrogen peroxide. I wanted to see if that stuff was like an enzyme, because hydrogen peroxide will bubble when it hits an enzyme. And I couldn't figure out if it was like food on the card, blood on the card. Like I didn't know what the heck it was, you know, and like look how nasty all that stuff is bubbling up. So as soon as I realized it was some sort of enzyme, that's when, yeah, I guess you don't need to watch that the whole time. So as soon as we diagnosed that it was like living, you know, I said, dude, you got to throw out all your mats. Like, and he did, and he's a good buddy of mine. So like, I'm not like busting his balls or anything, but he did admit that he was like saving up his card spray too long. He was using it when it was like a little bit yellow and then using his mats all over. And when you do that, be prepared for, you know, this right here. So if you guys are getting any weirdness like that, make sure you keep your stuff clean. All right. Keep your workstation clean and keep your pads clean and all that stuff, and you'll avoid it. So, you know, it was just contaminated. So the good news is you can get it back. You know, I just had to figure out what we were fighting. You know what I mean? So I just, put it, and then so after I figured it out, it was like some sort of enzyme or like it activated some sort of food or oil in the card. After that, I just put it in card spray for like an hour. I let it sit, and then I took it out and dried it, and it's almost all the way there. It's got a little bit of a kind of a curve to it, so I'm just letting it sit and chill out, because even though it's not a card that's gonna like, you know, get a high grade or even not even gonna get graded, it's just gonna stay in the collection. But it's going to stay in the collection now without a bunch of mold all over it. And the whole original reason going after it was these stains on the back. But as soon as he went after the stains on the back is when it started growing everywhere. So keep your mats clean, keep your table clean, and keep all your little, you know, as soon as if you work on some nasty, dirty cards, wash them or throw them away. A whole roll of this stuff. I'll show you guys something like, you know, I obviously got this stuff by the roll because I use it so much, but like cut yourself a stack like that big, and just like once they start getting dirty or whatever, throw them out. You know, they're, from a cost perspective, they're probably a penny a piece. You know what I mean? They're very, very inexpensive stuff. All right. So let me put this down, you guys. We'll flip it around and then we'll get to the Hank Aaron. And also, you guys, cheers one more time. Cheers to you guys. Thanks for joining tonight. Okay. Let's flip this around, you guys, and hopefully we can get this Hank Aaron looking good. I love vintage stuff, and I love being able to work with, Go Tigers, that's right, BJ, damn right, Go Tigers. But I love working with stuff like this. It's always fun to be able to take something that you thought would just be junk, or like, you know, let's just face it, it's not no one's excited for a card like this, you know? But just think if you're a young collector, or even just a collector that doesn't care about, you know, like grades and all that stuff. You're just like, I love cool cards. Well, this card is cool as hell. It's Hank Aaron, you know what I mean? And I know it's not a rookie, but it's like, that's why this hobby rocks. Some people love $5 cards. Some people love $10,000 cards, you know, whatever. Or like all of them, you know? So let's see what we can do to this one. Let me turn this camera around, you guys, and I'll show you what I got going on. So, yeah, you know, J Lock, you're right. You know what I mean? It's a cool thing to do. I like it a lot. Mark, asked me your thought on cleaning before submitting to PSA. Yeah, I don't know, Mark, if you've ever watched my channel before, man, but this is nothing new. I've done this for years, man. So sure, of course, if you're going to get your card graded by somebody, you want it in the best condition. Kind of a no-brainer, you know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts? So let me show you guys what I got going on here. So a lot of surface crap. And unfortunately, we're going to have to probably... Oh, yeah, we got some rips there. You know? I know. Remember, you guys, PSA is really good at selling you a 10-cent piece of plastic slab and value-based grading on it. But they'll stand behind this warranty they offer. Has anybody ever really walked away from this warranty saying that's the best damn warranty I ever got in my life? That's the thing, guys. I don't really care much about card grading. It's fine. You can do it. It's easy to do. I've graded thousands of cards. It's cool, but it's, to get in the mix of, is card care like cool? Yeah, of course it's cool. And is it fine? Yeah, I've never had a problem with it. So this one, you guys, let's watch. Let's do this. So let's get started here. So the first thing, you guys, I'm seeing, is it's, we got a lot of dirt. It's got a lot of stuff on the front, and then we got this on the back. So what I want to do, you guys, is before I go in and try to get this crap off the back, I want to get the front clean too. I don't want to just put it in card spray right away, because I want to get it as clean as possible, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So let me show you what we're going to do first, you guys. First thing is I want to just try to clean the front off. There's like a bunch of age spots and stuff like that. So let's try to get that cleaned as much as possible. And then we'll move on to the next step. All right, I'm just looking for my stuff. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this back here. Okay, so I'm going to need a plate because I want to do card spray. Yeah, we're going to get to the Hank, the part where we're going to get that stuff off the back, but I just want to see as much as I can get off the front, because the thing is, I don't want to put the card in card solution. Much love, J-Lock. Good to see you, brother. And if you guys are watching right now and you're like, oh, I want to see more, I always have these recorded, so you can watch it tomorrow on Instagram, or we'll put it on YouTube as well. So thank you, guys. I appreciate the continued support. So I just want to be careful on this one because I got these lots of rips and stuff. Yeah, that's gross, right? In a good way. See, guys, I wanted to wipe that off before soaking the card, because I just don't want the solution to get all dirty right away. I want this thing to come out looking pretty dang good. So there's like a film on it too. So just bear with me, you guys. I want to actually card polish this a little bit too. So that way, when we soak it, we're starting with a super clean surface. Well, clean as possible without a bunch of crap stuck to it. And even though this card is has a lot of wear and tear on it, I think that we can make it look pretty good by the time we're done with it, as long as the back cooperates with us. And to my dear friend Matt out here watching, Matt, I want to give you a sincere congratulations and a shout out. My dear friend Matt out here is celebrating a big day today. 1 year sober from alcohol, and I'm proud of you, bro, and I love you. So good job, my friend. And thanks for always being a great friend to me too. I appreciate you. So check it out, you guys. So I know that we got a beat up card, but I'm just looking for the silver lining. Look we got a lot of the dirt off, and that's a good place to start. Okay, got a lot of room, got a lot of road to travel. I'm trying to say here, but not bad. Okay, not bad. So now let's let's see what we can do with the rest of it. So I did take a before and after picture, you guys. Yeah, you bet, brother. You know, it's a big fucking deal, and I'm proud of you. It's awesome. So when it comes to this, you guys, usually these cards with the glue on the back, you know, is glue from like the 60s or 70s. And I'm going to guess 70s because the Reggie is a 1976 Topps card. So, and they were on the same page. So I'm going to guess this was glue from the late 70s. So I'm assuming it's probably like, probably, I'm hoping like a water soluble glue, because I don't see any like super glue and like heavy, glue. I've seen glue before, like big old clumps of it, and it's shit and it's impossible to get off. But like this, I feel decent about, okay? It doesn't, I don't know, we'll see. So here's my point. Front's clean. Let's flip this thing over and try to do the back. And sometimes, you guys, like, this is something I always look for, because I love, maybe it's even part of like, you know, like when I've shared with you guys, I've been clean personally from alcohol for 6 years. It was such a transformation in my life that after I quit drinking, I got major back into cards. And it's like something I was always good at. And, you know, just like honestly, drinking got in the way for me personally. So like when I got back to this stuff, I think I always looked for the most beaten and bruised stuff, because whether it was conscious or unconscious, I kind of connected with things that were once great going through a rough patch and then becoming great again. And I know that might sound cheesy as hell, you guys, but I tell you what, for me, that's something that worked for me. You know what I mean? And maybe that's why I like some of these big challenges, because I'm always like, there's always a chance. You know, there's always a chance. So like, let's put this card in card spray. And if it's your first time ever seeing something like this, and you're like, what are you doing? It's just my card spray solution. Okay? So what we're going to do is, and you guys can see, see all the glue spots? See how I had to rip this, I had to rip the little black paint off the best I could, and I didn't rip off the letters, fortunately, but that's the glue. All right, so let's let it sit for a second. Oh, Pat, this little dish, it's a soap dish, but you guys hang tight. My buddy Robert's making some cool stuff, and I'm going to show you guys some cool products coming up here soon, because I like to have a nice little soaking dish. It's just a little camping soap tray I got on Amazon, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it works perfect. But I'll show you guys some new stuff. One of my buddies is making some new products. He's doing like 3D printings and stuff like that. He's making like accessories for card care. And I love it. You know what I mean? I think it's really cool. You know? So let me read a couple questions, you guys, if you don't mind, while we're just letting this soak, because I want to try to get the black paper off, but I got to let it saturate for a second. All right? You know, so let me just read a couple questions. So Nesso asked me, I received today my Kurt's Card Care Kit. Would you recommend it to use the kit for autographs on the card or polish around it? Nesso, just go around it. It's pretty hard to remove an autograph, but I just never know what they sign it with. Usually it's Sharpie, you know what I mean? But it could be, what if it wasn't and you wiped it off? So just avoid it, you know what I mean? I would avoid it. And like, yeah, and you guys are the best, like, card support people in the world. I just looked up and everybody already answered Nesso. You guys are freaking awesome. Thanks for being like so open-handed and helpful. I hate it when people are good at something and they don't want to like share the trade with you. It's like, how are we all supposed to get better at shit if we don't teach each other stuff? You know what I mean? You guys, this little tray I got on Amazon, but when my buddy Robert, and Robert's on here watching, Robert, if you want to drop your website, if it's up, feel free to. But I'm going to make a commercial for my buddy Robert. He made these cool trays with like, you know, this one right here is just a soap dish, you guys. So, I mean, it does the job. But I'll show you some new stuff that I'm getting here coming up. All right, so it's been in there for a minute. Let's just try some stuff. So, hang on, you guys. I got to get, yo, Jess, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. I didn't know you were here tonight. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, you guys. I mean, there's no, like, here's the thing. I don't want any, this is a place where you're safe to ask questions. I've been part of the card community for so long. And, like, I remember going into groups where I didn't know much about a certain type of card or something like that. And I felt like every time you ask a question, like, people, like, snob you or, like, big dick you and try to, like, make you feel stupid or something. If anybody's on here, any question is safe with us, man. Like, I don't care what you ask. If you're brand new to card cleaning or collecting or whatever, feel free to ask, man. It's I hate snobs, you know what I mean? So let me read a question real quick, you guys. Yes, isn't that cool? I love this testimonial. Kurt, the info you sent on the Pokemon cards that your son did was awesome. Hot breath and on the corners with the tool. You're right. You can sit with so many cards and just work with the tool, man. It's in a straw. That's something this was my first card care when I was a kid. I would use my drinking straw and I'd use my card tool and I'd fix corners and edges with hot breath. You know what I mean? You know, so that was always something I always liked doing. All right, so let me you guys, you know what, and I love your question, man, getting carded. Check this out. If you don't mind, man, there's a few steps, not tricky. You just want to, but if you guys, whatever type of card you collect, if you go to kurtzcardcare.com, that site right there, watch the show with me right now because we're getting to the good part, but after the show, go there. And so if you want to be like, what's doable? What can I fix on a Chrome card? On the top of the page, you'll see modern era cards. Click on it and it's going to break it down to like, here's what you can do. Here's what you don't do. And I have a good layout for you. Okay, so check that out. You know, Jess, I'd say for a crease, you know, I soak for like usually 20 minutes and that usually will do it. But then once it's out of the soak, Jess, that's when I'll continue to like, when the card is wet, you know, I'll get a detail Q-tip out and we'll put a penny sleeve on top and work on the creases and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like, I kind of work on them throughout the whole process. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, remixed cards, dude, that Gretzky, I got it right here. I'll show it to you. One sec. I've been working on this Wayne Gretzky for like freaking a month, man. I gotta find it. I gotta see if I have it in my hand here. So the Gretzky card, got it right here. That was that one with that mega crease going down the side. Got it almost all the way down, but good Lord, it is a hard card to get. So I'm still working on that one. Sometimes I just get bored of lack of progress and I'll put it to the side and I'll come back to it. But yep, I was doing some humidity sessions with it and I might just have to just say, hey, you know, that's as good as it's going to get. But yeah, I've been working on that one still. All right, guys, I think it's probably about time to go in here and see if we can get this stuff going off. And thank you guys for joining everybody, man. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. All right. So, and that's why I do these shows, you guys. Here's what I just read something I like. I would be too worried to do this. The Feld Omen wrote that. And I agree with you, man. Like, pay attention to your gut, you guys. Like, if this is stuff you've never worked on before in your life, man, don't start with the best stuff in your collection. That's the wonderful part about card care is like, unlike most restoration hobbies, there's not a bunch of base stuff to test on. Like my father was a crazy mechanic and like production guy, like our fabrication guy. My dad could make stuff and he would make car parts and fenders and pound out metal and paint and all this stuff. And like he had one shot, you know what I mean? Like he had one freaking shot to like make his customers happy with the body work and like the detail work. With cards, man, you can do this stuff all day long before you work on your good stuff. So if you're nervous, pay attention, fellas and ladies. Practice. Just don't work on your good stuff nervous. I'm not nervous right now. I'm having a good time. I'm more nervous about answering everybody's questions and like doing a good job for you guys than I'm worried about the card. You know what I mean? You know, so let me show you. Let's now, you guys, I think I'm starting to see look at this. So if you guys can see, let's zoom in. Let's do one. It's starting to come up. Do you see how I can put and you guys check this out. My mother, this is an ode to my mother. My mother was a dental hygienist for her normal job. And when I was a kid, I would take her teeth scalers and use them for card stuff. So this is an ode to my mother. So you guys can use whatever. If you, thank you, Mark. You're the man, dude. If you guys ever wonder, like, what the hell is this? It's just a scaler I got. But it's something I used as a kid. Because it was the tool I had around the house. So let's see if we can get this stuff off of here. I'm just going to gently go around it like they do your teeth. All right. There's one. All right, that was cool, man. I have confidence now. Now we got some more. Now let's before we move on, you see this area down here? You see all that, you guys? I want to get all this off of here. So let's do this together. Just like my mom would do on the teeth. Just like that. Mark, this mat that I work on, dude, is Brandon on here? Brandon, you watching? My buddy at Problem Child, Mark, makes all these for me, dude. So Brandon, if you're on here, say what's up, because I love the stuff that Brandon makes me. All right, let's keep going. Oh, look at that. I didn't even need to touch that one. We're floating now, man. Here we go. And I thank you guys for tuning in, man. I'm glad you guys dig this stuff. I've always loved doing it. And I'm glad that I get to do it on a platform like this where you guys get to watch. So now I want to get, most important, I want to get this crap off here. So let's just get this off. We're just going to, and I'm not scratching hard. I'm just barely making contact with the surface. But watch that. See you later. That's good. I like that. Let's keep rolling here, guys. Because I want to get this thing out of here before too long. Ooh, that's so freaking satisfying. You know what shows I loved when I was a kid? I loved watching those freaking dudes that were like cleaning dinosaur bones. I always thought that would be the coolest freaking job, is to like be a paleontologist or like an archaeologist or something like that. I kind of do that with baseball cards, so I dig it. But or the dudes that go into like the museum or the mummy Egypt hunting and all that stuff and finding all the pharaohs. Holy shit, that stuff just fascinates me. So I appreciate you guys watching my show, and I hope this fascinates you, and I hope it teaches you stuff. Because you know what? As much as I watch those shows, I can't go out and start looking for, I can't go out and start looking for dinosaur bones. Or at least I can. I probably won't find any. But at least doing this, man, it's like something I can at least get my hands on, and it scratches that itch I have for like working on stuff. Ooh, we got lucky with this one too. So I don't know how many minutes this was in here, guys, but that's why I wait. I don't start working on these things right away. I let them sit for a minute because it's easier. It's like, why tug on it and stress on it when I can just let it sit and shoot the shit with you guys for a few minutes, and then it kind of does itself. So here's what I want to do. Just going to wipe my fingers over it. So I want to see if I feel anything slick. I don't want any glue on here still. You guys, I know that actually the dish is a hit tonight. I know it's cool as hell, you guys. I just searched. I should link it up. It was on Amazon. It was just a camping soap dish. I think it was called camping soap dish or something like that. So it works. Thank you guys. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's kind of like a rolling tray. That's kind of like what it would look like. It totally makes sense. Look, and it comes with a little lid on it too if you want to. So, see, improvise, man. Work with the stuff around you. Yeah, there is a mummy museum in Ann Arbor, isn't there? I just love that stuff, man. I was so fascinated. 6 minutes, Springer. Thank you for that. That was 6 minutes. Oh, man. You guys, God bless everybody in Florida and on that west coast of Florida. Sincerely, man. It's a tough one down there, man. So, and you guys, thanks for watching tonight. And we're doing a great job. Look, we got all this stuff off the back of the Hank Aaron. So clean one, okay? What I want to do, yeah, seriously, Scuba Flex, like, Godspeed, man. I hope that damn storm rolls through there and your family's okay, your home's okay, your businesses are okay. It's like scary as hell, man. I think we did it, you guys. Check it out. We did a good job. That was awesome. I love doing these. I know I still get excited. I'm trying. Sorry, guys. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I love this shit. It's so fun. Like, I always love finding cards like this. And I think somebody asked me, Where do I find cards like this? I always am on Marketplace. I like all the normal auction sites that you guys probably like as well. Like just the simple ones, eBay. I like Golden. What is the other one? It used to be called. See, I'm the worst with names. It's Fanatics now, I think it is. But what was it forever? So look at that, you guys. All of that. All that. Now, Mark, I don't know if you could do this with present day cards because most of them aren't glued to much, but like I have been successful at soaking prism cards and like chrome style cards to get dents out of the back. So PWCC, Mark, that's what it was. PWCC. I feel like everything in sports cards. Okay, so check that out. That's a good testimonial right there, isn't it? Like, holy gross. So guys, I'm not done yet, so don't leave yet, all right? Hang tight. Hang tight. Let's get this crap out of here. I'm moving this to my workbench, you guys, so bear with me a second. Okay, got that out of the way. I got to grab a couple drying mats. And thanks again so much, you guys, for joining tonight. I was excited to find these cards. I just think it's fun entertaining myself, honestly. Like with these, like I have no plans to ever get these cards sold or put them in slabs or anything like that. I just enjoy projects, and this is kind of my style of project, and I'm glad that you guys dig it. So thanks for being here with me. Yeah, don't reuse the spray. Yeah, that looked like a urine sample after we changed that, So let's. I'm gonna pat. What I'm doing right now, you guys, I'm just patting the excess card spray off, and then we're gonna evaluate it and figure out what to do next. Okay. This one was fun, and look at. I don't see any sort of glue on there. That looks really good. And thank you guys, everybody, for jumping in, man. It's good to see you guys tonight. And if it's your first time here, thanks for visiting. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, and every Wednesday night, I try to make cards, whether they're new, old, sports or gaming or whatever, just, bring them back a little bit closer to what they originally looked like. So here's what I'm scoping out, now, guys. I'm looking for permanent stuff. So permanent missing paint. That area is a little bit weird. So what I want to do there is let's just put the penny sleeve on there, and I just want to see if you can use a lot of tools, you guys, as like an edge or corner tool. So like it's doing that. What else is permanent? We got. If you guys are just joining us, this thing was hit. All right, this thing was like totally hit. So like, I know it's still got some wear and tear on it, but it's come a long way. And now what I'm doing is I'm trying to get all the pieces in place. So when we clamp this together here and hold it for the night, that it just comes back and looks good. There's just a pock mark right there. And to give you guys an idea, if you're just joining us, like these cards were next to each other. So this is kind of like what the Hank looked like. It's a dirty card, and they were glued in, so that's where we started, you guys, and now we got to here. So that worked out really good. So then what I want to do next here, guys, and before we go tonight, we're not done yet. Hang with me. I'll show you the final steps here, but here's what we're going to do. I just put a circle plate underneath it. I don't think there's anything else I can put in place. The only thing I can hope for now is just that it dries flat and nice, and it looks great to me, man. I love this card. I love Hank Aaron. I just love everything about what the guy stands for. And he was just an awesome person and an awesome baseball player. And he was a leader. So it's almost like when I see these cards, I'm like obligated to must buy it. And I only bought these for a couple bucks. So it was just literally a couple bucks. And I'm sure it's probably all it's worth. But to me, being able to do this with you guys tonight, and then being able to see what I did tomorrow, absolutely money well spent for me. It's something I thoroughly enjoy. So I'm just going to do the same thing, making a little card sandwich here, and we're going to check on that tomorrow. Now, before you guys go away, I want to show you something. We'll take a look at the Tom Seaver. All right, let's take a look at that Tom Seaver before we call it a night. Now, if you guys weren't here from the beginning, I had a Tom Seaver card. You guys are going to see it here in a second. It looks freaking awesome, all right? But it was rubber banded, and it was, you'll see in the before and after pictures, so I'll stop talking. But we clamped this together at the beginning of the show. I just want to see if it's moved yet or changed yet. We did a little light spray on the pads, and I just want to see if it's moving at all. It is absolutely moving. You guys look at this. We just did this 20 minutes ago, and already look at the edges. You guys, I had 2 big creases right there. Can you still see? I still got a little bit of one right there. Remarkable, right? That was just 20 minutes or so, or 30 minutes we've been doing this. I'm just going to put it right back. Crease and corners are all looking good, and that was awesome. That's this type of card care I love, where it's like a card that's in super freaking awesome condition, and then you find like one unfortunate thing with it, and you're like, oh shit, that's like, that thing could have been pristine, and then just a little. I agree, Joel. The thing is freaking centered. It's awesome. All right, so how'd we do? Tonight was cool, man. I'm glad you guys joined, and I hope that I was able to answer as many questions as you threw at me. And then another place, you guys, I've been asked a couple times, where do you get some of these beat up cards? Do you know, you guys, and I thank you guys watching, do you know that I have people hit me up, and if you ever find anything that's like beat up or trashed and you want to share, feel free to send it to me. I get cards sometimes just in the mail that will say, Kurt, thanks for, try this one. I've never seen you work on this. I don't take on cards to work on and send back, but I have collectors that send me stuff that's been beat up, and they're like, just keep it, and if you can do something with the demo for it. So if you guys ever run into anything that's cool, I don't want you to send me something valuable, but if you ever find a card that's valuable for teaching because it's beat up and stuff like that, and you're like, hey, I've never seen you work on something like that, or you find something glued into a book that would make good demo, please, you guys, I'm grateful for stuff like that. I love working on things that, because like, if it's a 52 Topps card, with something glued to the back, it doesn't matter who the player is, because if you can do it on that one, you can do it on the Willie Mays, or you can do it on the Mickey Mantle or whatever, So I just wanted to tell you guys how much I appreciate you and how much I thank you, and you're the greatest people to work for, man. I appreciate you so much. So I'll let you guys wrap it up. Like, and one last question, team, what do I collect? Number one would be Tom Brady. I'm born and raised in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I live in Metro Detroit. Barry Sanders. So like, I'm looking at my wall of stuff. Mainly Tom Brady, vintage baseball cards, all the vintage GOATs. I love vintage boxing cards. I love Joe Louis cards. Let's see. Man, I'm all over the place. And then getting to I just collected my own stuff for years. And then after setting up Kurt's Card Care publicly a few years ago, I got really more influenced by other collectors and the stuff that you guys have shared with me. So I even I'll show you guys something. Like, look at this. This past week, I got that, and that, because I'm like, oh, there's room for improvements. There's 7s, or maybe it's not, but I just want to see what a 7 looks like. So I'm always investigating, you know what I mean? I'm always into that stuff. So, and I'm always going to do a PC card posts on Fridays and all that good stuff. So, oh yeah, you like guitars? If you guys like music stuff, man, that's something that it's a different skill set, but I love guitars. I have some kick-ass, really cool stuff. I collect those. So some of those are from the 50s, 60s, and 70s back there. But let me see here. And if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to hit me up. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching tonight. Keep up all the great stuff. You guys share with me the cool things you do. I love, love, love seeing it. All right. So and the befores and afters and questions, you know what I mean? Let me know. But hey, if you guys notice, sometimes I don't like point it out, but like the videos I make, a lot of the music, you guys, I'll be playing the guitar in the background on it. I'll record the guitar and make it into loops and stuff like that, just because it's fun to create. It's fun to create content, but it's also fun to like create little music beds. So just always stuff to keep me. I'm a busy person, so I always got to be moving, you know. But thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Take care of yourself and somebody else. And as always, man, we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. I'll see you guys soon. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.